Hey, VC, Jeff here. It has been a crazy couple of days. I have been listening and listening and listening and listening to all that music I got. I still haven't finished. I've been really enjoying it though. Listening to a lot of stuff, some that I know and some that I don't. But alas, as we continue with the crazy buys from my recent trip, things are still coming in. Now, everything that I've acquired since then that has come in the mail has been things that have been pre-ordered. Some for months, some for weeks. All before the trip. So I'm going to start with the first one. Only item is a used item, but it came with a little sweetness to the deal. Now this was a couple weeks before we left. On Facebook, the Super Metal Sunday and the Music Asylum page, I had shown how I had gotten that Keel album, and this one was shipped shortly thereafter, but it came from further distance and it took longer to get here. But I picked up one of the US metals. He had sold this one and another one, and I was quick on this one, but I wasn't quick enough on the other one, and somebody grabbed it. They were a good price, but I got three. I'd like to get all of them. They're just compilation type albums from the 80s of some of the shredders. It's on Shrapnel. Some of the shredding type guitar based bands. Some of these went on to be bands sort of like Metal Massacre. You know, Metal Massacre has bands that were up and coming or whatever, and you know, some of them we saw the light of day with the release where they actually got signed and put out releases. Some just had those tracks and that was it, and that's kind of the same way here. So you've got, you know, some names that did go on to have some albums released. So you know, it's just a nostalgia. Some of the albums that we used to listen to back in the day, and I'd love to get them all. They're not always super easy or, you know, cheap to find, and this one was a decent price and it was in great condition. Now, a lot of times if you order stuff, you know that sometimes when you order from a person, they put other albums in there as stiffeners to kind of make the package thicker. Rather than an extra piece of cardboard, they may put in album things that are not of any value. Now, I don't understand. I got these and I immediately wrote the guy and said, look, I got the album, but the two stiffeners, I'm assuming are stiffeners in here, are not what I would call stiffeners. Were they intentional or were they mistakenly put in here? Should this order have went somewhere else? And he said, no, they're just stiffeners. I'm like, these albums are in like great condition and they're not throwaway, what you would call the kind of stuff you would normally see. I mean, Whitesnake slided in, one of the original press, original editions, and it's in very good plus condition. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. No scratches, no scuffs. I mean, this is like new, like minty almost. Very good plus. So I don't know. He said, yeah, I guess he just had extras, has, you know, sticker on there. But now I have two other versions of this. I have the 35th anniversary remixed edition, and then I have the 35th anniversary I forget what anniversary edition is, where they remastered it. And on one set of albums you've got the UK mix, and the other set you've got the US mix. Now I've got an original US OG press, I guess, from back in the day. So anyway, that was great. And then the other one, Judas Priest Unleashed in the East. I don't even have this album. This is on one of my want list items, and here it is. And again, great condition. Now it's in a white sleeve. I don't know if the original had anything different. I'm not too worried about that. But the album itself, not a mark on it, no fingerprints, nothing. I'm just like, really? Can't beat that. You got three albums for the price of one, and one of them definitely is needed and the other one is appreciated. So that was the only used item I got in. The rest of these, again, were pre-orders from a while back. This one, actually, the new Haunt album, Beautiful Distraction. The album came out, was it early this year? And the album, they said, you know, it's going to be 9 or 10 months for the vinyl. So I ordered the vinyl and got the download tracks in the meantime. And it finally did hit. Now, they probably, as usual with Haunt, they always have multiple colors. I stuck with black. Anyway, and it's just another, if you're not familiar with Haunt, you know, modern, Trevor Church, pretty much a one-man band. He does have other people working with him a little, but he does a lot of this himself. And this guy is just churning out stuff. He also has that one album I showed months ago that I got with the Metalhead box, the Beastmaster. He does those too, which is a little more doomy than this. Just straightforward, hard rock and metal. And it's just crazy the amount of music he's pumping out. Great stuff. Check him out if you're not familiar with them. They also came with some stickers. I think he sent that previously, but he got this one with the new album. Yes, so that was exciting. Now, the rest of the stuff, got some CDs and some albums. These first two are going to be kind of along the psych. They are of the Christian realm. Rainbow Promise. These were recently reissued as part of the limited run vinyl edition through Retroactive Records. 1972, 3, 4, I think 1972. Early, kind of folksy, kind of psych, kind of borderline rocky for the time, Christian music of that nature, and only released on album back in the day, and people kind of are looking for this album, and it can sell for a pretty hefty amount of money. So they reissued this. I don't think there was different colors. I'm pretty sure not. I got one black. And along the same lines, Steve Powell, Revelation. Now, pretty much same. I don't know if it's the exact same band, but he's also a part of that. So it's two Steve Powell albums for the most part. This one album's earlier. I have 172, 174, I think. Also limited run. Similar style, but very, it is definitely blatant Christian for back in that time frame. So reminds me at times a little of like a Larry Norman feel. I'm into Larry Norman. I showed some of his albums in a previous video, but kind of that same type, because Larry Norman was in the 60s and 70s. So it's that same kind of folksy, borderline rock there. Now, all the rest of these are CDs, and all of these are from the people at Retroactive under the various labels that he's got. Gabriel and Transhuman, the two of the later Believer albums. Now, if you're familiar with Believer, they had some heavy thrash albums in the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. 2009, 2011, they came back after some years of silence, and they put out these two albums. A little, still kind of thrashy, pretty heavy at times, but a little different feel than their earlier stuff. Obviously, people who are big time in Believer really want to see the first three albums reissued on vinyl. Hard to find on vinyl, expensive to find on vinyl, but they would like to see those reissued on vinyl and CD. But for now, these are on CD. I'm pretty sure they're coming on vinyl too. I'm trying to think. I don't think I pre-ordered these on vinyl. I think these were just CD. But when they do them on CD, chances are they're going to do them on vinyl. These were actually Metal Blade releases, so they got permission from Metal Blade to reissue these. So they were on a mainstream label, which opens the door, of course, to more things that are also on Metal Blade. Hound, which is Doug Pennick, singer bass player for King's X, solo project that he did during King's X, and they did two albums under this, and then he started doing stuff under Doug Pennick, various things. And then Ty Tabor, Moonflower Lane. This is his second solo album that he did. He's a guitar player and singer and songwriter for King's X, and this was the second solo album he did. And again, these have been pre-ordered on CD and vinyl. The CD came out for both of these, and so they sent those. And like I say again, these are both Metal Blade distribution reissues from the past. Okay. As with a lot of these, I forgot to show these, they do come with the trading cards. Believer, silver foil trading card with the album cover on the back. Really nice packaging. I don't know if these may have been on CD back in the day, but I had them digitally, so I don't know if they ever looked like on CD. But another Believer thing, because they look nice. Nice package booklet with lyrics and everything. So those came with it. The Ty Tabor came with a foil trading card. This one I did have on CD back in the day. I don't know if I have that now. I've got a couple of them. Hound, silver foil trading card. And these are actually part of Brutal Planet, so that's also a side label for that Retroactive. Retroactive is where he kind of puts out classic albums, and then Brutal Planet is more a little different styles of music. All right, and same thing. They also then got permission to put out some King's X stuff, which were also part of the Metal Blade family. So we've got Manic Moonlight. Now this one I just showed recently because this was a record store reissue on vinyl. Now it's a gold disc CD with bonus tracks. It's got a couple bonus tracks that were extended versions of 2 of the songs on here. And yes, it does come with the trading card. These are gold foil trading cards because this is a gold disc, which is, you know, supposedly better for disc rot. Booklet, information along that line. Please Come Home, Mr. Bulbous. Again, also a gold disc. These are all Brutal Planet, King's Metal Blade reissues. Also has a gold trading card. And you see they got the gold disc cover, if you're not familiar with these, and then the inside cover you can flip around to have the actual album cover if you want to get rid of that gold disc. So yeah, so there's one. This is actually one that was supposed to be a record store day vinyl, but for some reason disappeared from the list when they got postponed or whatever. Tapehead was a record store day reissue on vinyl. Again, same thing, gold disc, cover inside, and then you've got a Ty Tabor trading card in there. And they sound great, remastered. This one also has a bonus track too. My understanding are that the bonus tracks are, this one doesn't have any bonus tracks, but the other 2 do, that they were on the like Japanese edition and back in the day. So and then the other 3 that came out are also gold disc. These are on retroactive because these are Bride reissues. This is coming on vinyl. Also, this is the first Bride album, Show No Mercy. Again, one of the early Christian hard rock and metal pioneers. This album, you know, has some really thrashy type moments, high range vocals. They change styles almost every album, and we've seen recent reissues of the you know, Snakes in the Playground and the Kinetic Faith on vinyl and CD reissue. So the albums are coming for this, but they went ahead and, you know, the CD's coming out. These are the gold discs also, and they've got the gold trading card inside. Silence is Madness. This was actually reissued on vinyl like what, maybe 2 years ago, or was it last year? It seemed like it was longer than that. But these have bonus tracks also. Typically these are different than some of the reissues of these albums in the past. These are demos from various places, stages, and it's got a gold card. Another gold disc series. That one has been on vinyl already, so the first one is coming, and then the Live to Die is also coming on vinyl. And this is the gold disc CD, and it does have some bonus tracks on there too. And then it's got the card, and they're all coming on CD on vinyl also. The other 2 Bride, which is going to be great. Yeah, so that's it. Nothing new beyond that. I'm tapped out. I've been trying to listen to that. I've been trying to listen to all the new albums I got, and so yeah, it's been a crazy couple of days, but we're still plugging away and listening. Just want to run that update out there though. So thanks a lot for watching. Rock on, rock hard.